And then somewhere along the way, you heard something. You believed something that was said to you that changed your internal mechanism, that changed that subconscious programming that now says, I am not good enough to deserve or attract good things into our lives. Welcome to the first episode of Limitless. I'm JP. I'll be your host and guide. As you can see from episode number 1, we have You Were Not Born Believing I Am Not Good Enough. This is truly the root cause of so many issues that we see out there in relationships, in business, in your personal growth, in your healing journey, in your transformational journey. The intention of this podcast is truly to spread the message and the awareness that you already have the power within you to completely heal yourself just with the power of your own energy. What you can expect from this podcast is incredible tools that are going to empower you. But you have to take action. I don't want this to be a normal podcast where you're just consuming information, having this mental dopamine hits of like listening and believing that you're improving and healing. But in reality, you're not taking action. So I want you to think of this podcast as a direct conversation of you and me. And your ability to take action is what's really going to shift you and create results in your life. And that's what I really want for you. I want to see you taking action so that you can create these results for yourself. So with that said, let's dive into today's topic, which is the deep-seated belief that I'm not good enough. This is a deep-seated programming that has been on your mind. It has been conditioned from the years of your childhood. You can imagine the media, society, your teachers, everybody's conditioning you to believe that you're not good enough. That belief is the root cause of why you're not achieving greater success in life, why you're not attracting better relationships, better business opportunities, better career growth. Because being totally honest, on a deep level, you don't believe, you don't feel deserving or worthy to achieve better things into your life, to manifest your dream life. You were not born believing this. Your true nature is not this lack, this scarcity, this feeling of unease that you might be experiencing right now. I want you to know that this is not your true nature because you were not born with this. And this is a beautiful realization, and I chose this to be the first episode because it gives us a pathway, a journey to return home to our wholeness. We were not born feeling broke. We were born feeling incredible as babies and young childs. We knew that we were worthy of all of the best. We created the most amazing experiences. We commanded to get the best Christmas gifts, to get the best clothes, to get everything in life because we believed that we deserved it. And then somewhere along the way, you heard something. You believed something that was said to you that changed your internal mechanism, that changed that subconscious programming. And perhaps you have a limiting belief that now says, I am not good enough to deserve or attract good things into our lives. That's what unfortunately happens to a lot of us, myself included. For the majority of my life, it was this feeling of I didn't even feel good enough to attract better things into my life. And so if you pause with that essence for a second, then it makes so much sense why so many of us are going out into the world, attracting relationships that we know are not good for us, that we know that we're deserving of so much better, but we stay in the familiar, we stay in the known. We are afraid of taking that leap. We're afraid to change and really question and go after something better. That's something that we need to practice. I always want you to start thinking, okay, all of these things that JP is speaking about, how can I apply this to my life? How can I make this practical, actionable into my life so that I can change my life. One of the ways that you can do this is by thinking, what are some of the ways that I'm not going after my dreams? What are some of the areas in my life where I know that I need to do better? Perhaps I haven't been having the courage or the confidence, or I haven't been honest with myself to look at these areas and realize that there needs to be a change. And it's completely normal. I don't want you to be ashamed or feel guilty or negative or bad about that, because it's normal. It's a normal human pattern to push away the things that we don't want to recognize. It takes us a long time to accept the things that we have to change. If we keep pushing away those things, you're going to keep suppressing them and suppressing them and suppressing them until it comes to the point where it's been so long that the pain just bursts out, the reactions, the anger, the frustration. There just comes a time where you're completely enraged, frustrated with yourself, not even with the other person, with your business partner, with your intimate partner. Is that deep seated anger with yourself that you didn't act before because you knew this before, but you didn't build up the courage to take that action. And I want you to know that you are completely worthy and deserving of taking that action. I want you to, let's pause for a second, and I want you to close your eyes. If you're driving, don't do this. Make sure that you're sitting or laying in a place where you can comfortably close your eyes just for a few seconds. And if you can't, you can just have your eyes open. It's all good. And I just want you to send yourself. Imagine that you're sending yourself this energy, this frequency and vibration of unconditional love. Imagine that there's a big ball of light, this incredible energy. Imagine this ball of light as big as a planet. And imagine that inside that ball of energy, there's your own unconditional love, your own unconditional self acceptance towards yourself. And I want you to send yourself this energy. I want you to bask in this energy just for a few moments. If you can stop doing everything that you're doing, go inwards, close your eyes if you can, and allow that energy to start just overwhelming you. How does it feel to have that sense, that energy, that frequency of unconditional self love? I want you to focus it in the center of your heart. And I want you to give yourself this experience, this feeling that you deserve from the moment you were born. Even if your parents didn't give you this feeling, I want you to do that for yourself now because you deserve it. And you can feel right now how incredible it feels to give yourself that energy and frequency of unconditional self love. I want you to get a sense of yourself. I want you to visualize or feel how this frequency is so powerful that it starts to completely disintegrate and heal that wound, that limiting belief of I am not good enough. Just see that belief being completely washed away as it goes further and further and further away from you until it's completely dissolved. What is possible for you in this energy that you are in right now? How amazing it feels to connect to your true nature just by doing this very simple exercise that now you can practice every day if you want to. You can use this tool to reconnect with that unconditional love. And that's really my intention for you today, is to reconnect with your essence and know that even if you have that belief that you're not good enough, even if you have those recurring thoughts, those emotions that make you feel inferior, that make you feel bad, right? I can deeply relate to being the shyest kid in the room, to being uncomfortable when speaking to others, to having this social anxiety and this worry, this incredibly overpowering worry about what other people are going to think about me, feeling just completely inferior, not being able to express my true self because of this deep seated fear that I didn't believe I was good enough. I just want you to know that if you have this belief, there are going to be thoughts that come into your head that perhaps tell you, that inner critic, that inner judge, that you're not good enough. But I want you to know that those thoughts are not your true self. I want you to know this. I want you to experience this freedom, because internally there's different sub personalities within yourself. You have your true self, and then you have your lower self, your ego, your conditioning. This is the old programming within you that is perhaps too afraid to go after your wildest dreams, that is perhaps not ready to take that quantum leap. And it is your responsibility and your duty to align and integrate these sub personalities. So next time you have these thoughts come up that you're not good enough, or that you're not worthy of achieving your dreams, that you have so many things that you need to be doing or achieving or becoming, that you haven't gotten there to where you feel that you're deserving to go after your dreams. Perhaps you believe that you need more certifications in your coaching business. Perhaps you feel that you need to keep healing and working on your deep shadows to attract the most amazing partner that you want. If you believe this, if you have these thoughts, next time they come up, I just want you to send them love. I want you to just accept them completely, be neutral about them, release them, allow them to be there, because these are just thoughts. You're not your thoughts. These thoughts just come straight from your conditioning. So I want you to take full ownership, full power of your true self, of your most authentic self. And I want you to start leading yourself towards a greater life, towards greater success, because you deserve it. You're not meant to stay stuck in this belief that you're not good enough. You're meant to break free from that conditioning and create the most incredible, wildest dreams and life that you know that you deserve. So your weekly action step for today is just become aware of those thoughts that come up about the inner critic, the inner judge, and just allow them to be there, right? Allow them to just be in that mind, but I want you to hold the knowing that you are not that. That is not your true, authentic self. And I know you know this on a very deep level of your being. I know you know this truth. It resonates as truth within your being. That's the message for today. I'm sending you all of my love. Thank you for tuning in today. Thank you so much for your presence. And I'm going to be dedicating a lot of my time and my energy to pumping out and building out these podcasts and making them better and better and better. So I invite you to join me on this journey, on this mission of improving yourself, changing the world by changing yourself and healing at the deepest level of your being. All the love, peace, peace. I will see you on the next one.